We're live, but quietly.
Hello!
Hey!
Hello, Martin.
That was short but sweet.
I forgot to do our other one. Wait, let's just quickly do our new Christoph one.
I was going to say,
Here's
we
our
should do
Christoph one.
the proper beginning. There you go.
Welcome to Discover TV.
That's
Sorry,
what I was
my mouse hung, so I clicked on the other one.
It was all right.
That's okay.
It was a very efficient start. We did a little bit of whistling and me talking, and then.
Happy Monday.
Happy Mondays. How are you doing?
Good and you. Happy Mondays. That was a great band, actually. I was a really big fan of the Happy Mondays in their day.
They were good. They were good. They were good. Yes, I actually saw them play live once, but it was long after their heyday. I think it was a bit of a grazed hit, so it wasn't bad. But it was a long time after their long time after you should have been seeing
Their
them,
heyday.
anyway.
Yep. Well, welcome everybody across all the social medias and also the guys attending us on our liveevent.co.za app. Thanks to Simon. We're happy to be back, and we've got a killer lineup today. I'm really excited. It's a great variety as well, which I think is cool, from really cool electro sounding synth 80s sounds to beautiful acoustic, beautiful harmonies, good rock vibe to
Yeah.
stunning African type of just beautiful, good music, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Deaf. Can't
And
wait.
we're going to try and keep it to an hour today.
Okay,
think we can manage that?
We'll do our best. I've got this great, like, kind of demonic red eye thing going on.
I can see that. Yeah. Do I? No, I don't.
I don't think so.
No,
I
no,
think
not me. No.
I think it's the Discover TV Live logo shining right on my pupil. It's amazing.
But it makes you look like you're in the Terminator. He will be back.
I'll be back.
He'll be back at some point. Right, let's kick off with some music. I think let's start the show off with a bang as always. And I love starting the show off with a bang. And let's bring on Vicky all the way from London, I gather.
Well, being near to London.
Near to London?
Cambridge, more like. I think.
Cambridge. Hello, Vicky.
Hey,
Guys,
Vicky.
hello.
Are you Cambridge area now? Are you still in Cambridge?
I am in Cambridge, yeah.
There you go. Do you know where Cambridge is, Julian?
Near London.
Yeah, near enough. Yeah.
North. It's,
Yeah.
it's up.
It's,
It's up, isn't it?
About an hour outside of London, isn't it, Cambridge?
That's right,
past
yeah.
It's past Watford. I'm sure of that.
Nowhere near Watford. Stop about that. Get off it.
Close enough. We'll accept that, right?
Julian, if they're not in the Premier League, he doesn't know where they are. That's what's going on there.
Cambridge are in the third division, I think, aren't they? Is that where? Oh no, it's Oxford.
Probably.
Oxford are playing right now, so that's why I got them on my
Anyway,
screen.
That's not what
Yeah.
we're here to talk about. Vicky, hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's great to see
Absolutely.
you. So how is so you are only a small portion of Fred's house.
Yeah.
Fred, 1/5 of Fred's house with a slightly new lineup as well. So you've got slightly adjusted this year. So you've been joined by
Yeah.
a new member. Is it Prue?
That's right. Prue, yeah, she joined us in September of last year. So yeah, it's we were just kind of getting our momentum going when lockdown happens, which is slightly annoying, but never mind. Everyone's in the same boat there. So
That's true. It's
Yeah.
been tough, but like you said, you had new music already prepared, presumably big launch plans and live plans and all sorts of things planned for the
Yeah,
summer. How many
festivals.
festivals have you missed out on?
a few, yeah, and some really nice gigs, which I was really looking forward to, but we can't dwell on it, can we? Too
No.
much.
No, you do the right thing and just like figure out what if we can't do that, what can we do? You had a launch event for the new EP last night, I think.
Yeah,
Did-
that's right.
didn't
Yeah,
manage
so
to get it. How did it go?
it was really good fun. It was so nice to see the rest of the band. We just we all met up in Prue's garden and set our PA up and a nice microphone to record it all and stream live on Facebook. So yeah, I mean the new legislation allowed us to be able to do that. So we were kind of lucky in a way. But yeah, we've been itching to get back together. So
Yeah,
it was
this
just
is possibly
so
about
nice.
the first time you've managed to see each other for how long?
Yeah, in live. Well, our last gig together was on the 7th of March when we did a really nice support slot for oh what they called, it's going to escape me now. Altered Images,
Oh wow.
talking of 80s
Oh,
music.
wow.
Blimey.
Oh,
Yeah,
I loved Altered Images.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Good
really cool.
band.
Their front lady's still going. I mean, it's a different band now, I think, but you
Yeah.
know, she's still fronting it, and they did lots of their old material and stuff. So yeah, it was really cool. We got
Teenage
to
crush
support
for
them.
me.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people
Yeah.
had
Oh yeah,
recipes.
Claire
So,
Claire
yeah,
Grogan was a teenage crush
that's
for
it,
me.
Claire Grogan. She's total pin-up. Yeah, so that was really nice. But that was our last gig together. We supported them in Bury St Edmunds, so
Cool. So
just east of Cambridge
tell
for
us a little bit
Julian
more
then.
about Fred's house. Tell us tell us a little bit of what's Fred's house. What are you all about?
So we're quite eclectic in the sort of music that we listen to and that comes out in our songs. It's anything from sort of bluesy, jazzy, folky, poppy, rocky, country, you know, you name it. We kind of tend to throw quite a few influences in there. But yeah, we sort of, if people normally ask us what's the band that you're closest to, we usually say Fleetwood Mac because we've got a bit of a West Coast sound with the harmonies going, electric guitars and now violin, and you know, drums are kind of and the bass lines are sort of driving the songs as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And fantastic classic songwriting as well. I think that's the other thing to kind of throw in the mix there with the Fleetwood Mac reference.
Thank you, Martin.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we like to write songs that will get stuck in people's heads. That's what we aim for.
yeah, it's fantastic. I
Thanks.
think the first time I saw you guys was actually in someone's house. I don't think it was Fred's, but it was in
No,
the back garden of someone's house about 7 years ago now, I think.
gosh. Was that in
So
Cambridge?
it was in Cambridge. Yes, it was in
That was
Cambridge.
Where
Watford.
you? Yeah, Watford. Could have been either.
Yeah, very good.
Was it were you with Helen?
I was, yes, with Helen Meisner. Who we should actually, do you know it's a good opportunity to say happy birthday, Helen Meisner?
Oh yes, it's
Happy
her
birthday,
birthday.
Helen.
It's her birthday today. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was sort of the start of of a big project we all sort of were involved in together called Folk Stock Records,
Yeah.
Julian. We did a festival
Okay.
in 2013, which
Gosh,
Helen,
so
Helen
long ago.
basically organised the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
From scratch. 70 acts played that day, I think. I'm right in saying.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's quite a big endeavour. But yeah, that's how long we go back, Vicky, in case you've forgotten.
Yeah, I mean,
Scary, isn't it?
it's a bit of a blur now, but yeah, I do. I do remember you and Helen, and you know, she sort of popped in and out of our career throughout that
Yeah.
time, sort of helping us and you know, putting us in touch with different people and stuff. So she's a good lady to know, and I actually sent her this new release to say, Helen, you know, have you got any contacts or sorry, my dog is currently climbing all over me as well. You know, just to ask her advice and
Yeah.
stuff, and she helped to get us out to a few more radio stations and that kind of thing. So yeah, very grateful to her for
Fantastic.
all her
So
help.
the EP is out now, Walls and Ceilings.
It is.
Brand,
Yeah.
brand new. Fantastic stuff. I mean,
Thank you
only
very
just
much.
out, but the reception been good so far. I think you've had quite a lot of radio play already, haven't you?
Yeah, tons actually. It's been great on and on news stations which we've never reached before. So that's been really, really nice. Yeah, very, very nice indeed.
How would you describe the new single? How would you describe the Walls and Ceilings single?
It's like summer rocky catchy pop. That's how I'd describe it.
That's how I would have thought. Well, should we take a listen?
Let's
Oh,
do it.
please. Yeah, that'd be fab.
Let's do it. Here we go. Walls and Ceilings by Fred's House on Discover TV New Music Mondays.
Came into my life like a shooting star. Everybody wants to know who you are. Been looking for a brand new place to start, even just a new place to fall apart. Wanna know where you've been. Come on now, darling, gotta let me in. Got a feeling deep within my soul. Maybe Just show me a little. Won't let go. I'm gonna follow you. Break it down right to the middle. Don't give up. Just show me a little. Won't let go. I'm gonna follow you. So break it down right to the middle. Don't give up. Just show me a little. Won't let go. I'm gonna follow you. Break it down right to the middle. Don't give up. Just show me a little. Won't let go. I'm gonna follow you. Came into my life like a shooting star. Everybody wants to know who you are.
Walls and Ceilings, Fred's House on Discover TV New Music Mondays.
Do you remember?
Loving it.
Do you remember when lyric videos were just basically some words on a screen?
Yeah, definitely.
That's had a bit more effort put into it, Vicky. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, well,
I loved all the
I didn't
space
make
stuff.
That video, but yeah.
But I'm presuming
Very-
you did. That's all I meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Love the track. I love the energy, the vibe, just the summariness of it, I suppose, is a great way to put it as well. Yeah. Very,
Fabulous.
very cool song.
I mean, it's one of those
Thanks.
kind of, the world is missing out a little bit by not being able to see Fred's House play live at the moment as well, because as much as you sound great on record, you also give everyone a fantastic time when you're playing. I've seen you a number of times
Oh.
now. It's always
Oh,
it's
thank you
always a
very
good vibes time. What have you got? It's way too early to be sort of saying you can't really plan anything at the moment, can we? But what have you got? What's next?
That's true.
What are you up to?
Uh,
next?
Well, I think I've started writing a few songs for an album because this is an EP. This was like a chance to like launch the new sound with the new lineup. So, I'm just gonna keep writing some songs, and then hopefully when we can all get back together and do some more gigs, we'll get some more new songs out to everybody and just keep developing the new sound and stuff. So, yeah, there's no more plans past that really, because who knows what's going to happen in the next 6-8 months. So
Well, I think that's a
we
good
just
point.
have
If it's like as musicians, I say this to a lot of the artists I work with. What are you going to do? You're artists. Write songs, perform them. Write songs, perform them.
Yeah.
Write songs, perform them. There's a lot of kind of all the other stuff that people tell you should be doing, but really, at the heart of it, that's it, isn't it?
that's our job. Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have to do all the other things that are surrounding it, like promote ourselves and marketing and blah blah. Keep up the
I know.
website and all of that stuff. It's some more of that stuff than you would want to do, really, but it's essential. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to have you guys
Cool.
back. Welcome back, Fred's House.
Thank
brand
you.
new EP, brand new lineup. Good luck with it all. It's great to see you.
Thanks so much,
I like
guys.
Fred's House. I want to go to Fred's house so we can hear more Fred's House.
You're welcome anytime, Julian.
You've got to check.
Thank you
out
very much,
some-
Vicky.
Check out some of the old
Thanks,
videos as
guys.
well, because there's a great sense of humor with this band as well. If you check out some of the old videos, you'll get a good sense of their humor
Cool.
as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've posted a link to the video on all our socials as well. So, guys, please go and check out Fred's House. We'll also be adding it to our Spotify and YouTube playlists every Tuesday. So, yeah, please check it out and support your local music. Thanks very much,
Brilliant.
Vicky.
Bless
Good to see
you.
you.
Thanks
Take
ever
care.
so much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers, bye. Bye. Oh, nice track. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, great.
A lot
band.
of fun. Yeah, great band. Well, we've got Son of Old waiting in the back. He's
Fabulous.
ready to rock and roll with us. So let's bring him in. Nick.
Hey,
Nick. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Son of Old. Okay, so let's just give Martin a little bit of a because you've been on Discover TV before on Kerry Ann's Talk Time as well. So maybe
Yeah.
just so Martin has a little bit of context. Where does Son of Old come from? The origins.
Well, Son of Old is my solo project. Look, I mean, I had a band called Perez, which was pretty well known in the early 2000s in South Africa. We did quite well. And then I moved to Germany in 2010. And I had a band there. One of the members of Perez joined me. And then I had a few other different projects. We played a lot around, Germany, Austria, We played in Italy a bit. Played in London a few times. But Son of Old was born out of really just wanting to kind of do everything myself and not have to rely on anyone. The longer I was in bands, the more difficult it became to coordinate everything. And I did 2 acoustic records, like kind of off the bat at home initially, and that was in 2008. I'd met a chap from an American singer-songwriter who so happened to be the cousin of the late great Graham Parsons. And he was kind of an Americana punk rock type artist, and I played with him, and we kind of got into this whole Americana acoustic thing. So the first 2 Son of Old records are it was pretty much basic acoustic stuff. And then in 2000, and then he was also into punk rock, and he had a band called Dude Man, and the drummer from that band I kind of hijacked from Tom, and he came and joined me in Son of Old, and then we recorded in Chicago again an album with Steve Albini in 2010, 11, I think it was.
I think there's a couple of big name drops in there.
Yeah.
Kind of glossing over. Yeah, cousin of Graham Parsons, recorded with Steve Albini.
Yeah, well, no, the Steve Albini was like the peak, because I'm a 90s child. So I kind of like, I dreamed of being able to work with someone like Steve Albini. And it was a 2-piece. I kind of copied Tom a bit, because Tom had a 2-piece punk rock band. And I did the same kind of thing. And I think that there was a lot of 2-piece things going on at that time. And so we, so that album happened. And then the drummer landed up getting a gig in LA he was very much into that stoner rock scene that was going on in LA. We did a festival called Juna Jam, which is kind of, it's quite a well-known underground, I suppose, stoner rock festival. And Flo had met some American musicians, and then he left, and I was just stranded. And I decided, well, I'm going to just go back to South Africa. It was the weirdest thing, you do an album with Steve Albini, and then you can't play the bloody thing. So it was an absolute disaster. So I came to South Africa, and started law, studied law, and just I left music. I didn't leave music altogether, but I stopped putting out music. Perez did a bit of a reunion. And then I eventually decided I wanted to get back into it, and I'd accumulated a lot of songs, and then I managed to hook up through a tattoo artist I was seeing, with a guy called Tom Hughes. He's quite known in South Africa for he plays in Fuzzy Gish now, I think, is the drummer. And then he's in that slam metal band Volvadinia, very like that. It's not my music at all, but he produces records. He's worked with Wonderboom. He's very close with them as well. Another very well-known South African band.
Yeah, and we had them on as well.
Yeah, yep, so him and I got together and we did a record. He produced it. We recorded it at my house. And I've been since then, which is the last year, kind of just getting back into promoting myself and learning about social media, which I have managed to do, because I left social media for like 8 years. I had nothing to do with it. I was, doing different things. And so we put out a single, and then my big launch back into music happened the day of the lockdown and
COVID.
The breakout.
Yeah, I remember.
It was kind of like the biggest. Like my music career is a bit weird, and it was at the video. That initial video was of me. I thought I would. It felt like that particular song spoke to the South African condition a bit, and so I put on some South African, those rugby underpants that rugby player.
Fuff.
I don't know rugby very well. Anyway,
the speedo
thing, and I was jumping on a trampoline, drinking and smoking, and now drinking and smoking is banned, or not drinking, but smoking is not, or buying cigarettes is not allowed in South Africa at the moment. And I thought it was kind of apt, but no one really else caught on to it but me. And then the second video we've now, that's for the second single. That's what you guys have now. It's Saturday Nights, and that was I hooked up with Tom again, that dude I played with, and he's an artist as well, and he kind of put in some freaky visuals into this video, and we're still in touch, and we still want to do a record together. We got some recordings we had done, which I thought were kind of cool at the time, and it's nice to connect with him. And just, I suppose this lockdown, Tom and I lost contact for some time because of life, and suddenly now I'm rekindling all these relationships with people, and it's probably one of the few positive things that are coming out. You know, you actually have time to connect with people again, and ask questions, and it's nice to have these relationships again with people and to be creative again. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Now, this track is very different to typical Son of Old sound, I suppose, for want of a better word. You've definitely gone a lot more to my generation of music, because I'm a little bit older, but that real kind of electro synth sound.
Yeah. That was largely due to the fact that I had a little studio when I was studying law. I had all this gear that I brought back from Germany, and there was this young chap called Daniel Baskin who I was studying law with, and he was a great guitarist. And he said, let's set up a studio at his house. He was renting in Durban, and we used to have 1 or 2 creative sessions, and this song kind of came out of that. And I was with a bunch of younger he's like 10 years younger than me. Maybe even younger, maybe 13. I'm 14 now, so he must be in his 20s, And a lot of these kids are really into those sounds, and those synth sounds, and it was really awesome. Like my strong point I've always thought has been kind of like the melody. I can play and communicate my songs, and I suppose I'm reasonable on piano and guitar. I'm not a huge performer like that, but I like to write. They put in these groovy sounds, and it's kind of ironic that like these young kids are responsible for the 80s sounds, which I had very little to do with in a way. I did another track, the next single that I'm going to drop. It's a bit less commercial, but I did another song with Daniel. It's also got that kind of not 80s feel, but it's there's so much talent out there. I mean, there's just so many talented people. And that's one thing I've learned over the years, is that there's a lot of great music out there. And when you're trying to submit your music to playlists or to bloggers and stuff, you realize that there's a mountain of material there, and there's so much talent, and which is cool. I think it's nice. We get to hear a lot of different music.
Yeah, I mean, we started the show during lockdown as well. And I suppose the most exciting part for me has been the discovery of new music. I mean, I've heard bands that I'd never, ever have thought I would have heard of if we had been in the normal rat race of life, I suppose. Having time now to discover new music and actually experience new music, I'm discovering so much more music than I ever have. I mean, from the UK, from Hanoi to, all over the world. I mean, obviously we focus quite a lot heavily on South African and UK releases here, but we're hoping to bring in more and more international artists as we go along. But at the moment, we feature 3 UK, 3 South African, but what I'm loving is you could put any of those bands in any country and it would work. You put the UK bands here, the sound works. You take the South African bands, you put them in the UK, the sound works. There's no doubt about it. And music's becoming very much more universal in that kind of way. And I think that's what I'm really enjoying about shows like this, is that ability to discover so much great new music.
Yeah, I mean, I got into a little like a small blog. Some guys in Sunderland, they have seems like their music scene there, and there was another band called Sunny Elliott that I discovered recently as well, and they're incredible, like really, really, really cool stuff. Oddly enough, I told them when we were messaging, I was like, "You guys actually sound a bit like Elliott Smith," and it's got that type of feel, which is what Elliott Smith is one of my favorite songwriters. I think he's one of the greats. Definitely. Yeah.
Well, should we take a listen to Saturday Night? Check out the video. Let me get it all set up here for us. I gotta get all my toys going. Yeah, there we go. Coming. Let's do this, guys. Saturday Night, Son of Old, the official music video.
With microphone distortion.
With a microphone distortion.
Let's
check it out.
Make sure the volume's up.
Clever on a Saturday night, and I can feel alright. Stop sitting like there's something out there to survive. Smash a mirror, take a look at it and figure it out. You can be alright. Stop sitting like there's something out there to survive. Facing the sunshine, driving the white line. Tired screeches a race towards your warm embrace. God, it's good to be fucked up, carefree. Not your 9 to 5, hence I'm alive. And it's a failed vision, 'cause love is who you are. And it's not your decision, 'cause love is love, and love is who you are. I can see you sitting clever on a Saturday night, and I can feel alright, I can feel alright. Stop sitting like there's something out there to survive. Smash a mirror, take a look at it and figure it out. You can be alright, you can be alright. Stop sitting like there's something out there to survive. It's in the sunshine, driving the white line. Tire screeches a race towards your warm embrace. God, it's good to be fucked up, carefree. Not your 9 to 5, hence I'm alive. And it's a failed vision, 'cause love is who you are. And it's not your decision, 'cause love is love, and love is who you are. And we can sing for a lifetime and never know who we are. Like a failed vision of love is love, and love is who we are. And it's a failed vision, 'cause love is who you are. And it's not your decision, 'cause love is love, and love is who you are. And we can sing for a lifetime and never know who we are. Like a failed vision of love is love, and love is who we are. And it's a failed decision, 'cause love is who you are. And it's not your decision, 'cause love is love, and love is who you are. And we can sing for a lifetime and never know who we are. Just like a failed decision of love.
Oh, my mouse got stuck there. I love it. Saturday night. Son of Old. Beautiful, beautiful. Stunning track, man. I love that song. I just want to listen to it all night long.
I'm glad
Party
you dig it, man.
vibes!
Very cool.
Party vibes! Very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Great chorus. Lots of people picking up on the retro vibes on that as well. Which,
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, Mandy's
Oh.
saying, playing this song on full blast, driving down the coast with my friends.
Oh, beautiful.
Now,
glad you
Ravi's with
invited.
us. Ravi's with us tonight, Martin. Ravi's saying the chorus is going to be swirling around my brain all month, isn't it? Love the retro feel of this track. Bill Burt is saying reminds me of Scissor Sisters. That song. Yeah, actually, that's a
a little
good
bit.
comparison. Actually, yeah.
I was thinking that
My
that-
mom
that-
says, "Love it, love it, love it." That's my mom.
some of that drum pattern was making me think a little bit of OMD actually, kind of orchestra. moving through the
Yes.
dots, that kind
Cool, man. Jeez, that's quite
Very,
flattering.
very good.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to hear the next track. Getting excited already for it. Love it, love
Yeah.
it, love it.
I'm excited as well. It's a cool time to be doing and to writing and getting back into this thing. And let's not talk about anything else.
It's all about the music.
It's
Thanks
all about
so
the
much.
music. It can't be silence, man.
Yeah, it can't be. Let's keep it going. Thanks, Nick. Thanks for joining
Cool.
us
Thank
tonight.
you so much for having me. I
Absolute
really
pleasure.
appreciate it. Cool.
Love the tracks. Hope to see you soon.
Cool. Thank you again.
Cool,
Cheers.
man. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Killer track. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Everybody is loving it as well. Good to see Ravi back. Nice to have you back, Ravi. Yeah. Evening, Ravi. Let's keep going. So next up, I think we're doing our usual. That was South Africa. I've got to remember where I am. You see, I get confused, and I think that's again why I love this.
You're always in South Africa.
No, but the music.
Oh,
I get,
right,
you get kind of, because it could be from anywhere, and I suppose that's why I love it so much. So we're heading back to the UK,
Yeah,
and I
if
think
you're
we've got
watching
Luke.
this and you are from somewhere, just get in touch. That's it. Yes. Anyway, sorry. Luke.
Yeah. And guys, just remember, we're scrolling along the bottom of the screen. Submit your new music today via discover.tv/new music submissions. If you just go onto discover.tv, there's a new music submission button. Click there, send us your info. We'll get back in touch with you. We've got various live shows. It's not just New Music Mondays. We're going to be back shooting again. In South Africa, we've just launched our Discover TV Tales from the Lounge. Martin's going to be back in studio soon. So, the guys in London are going to be shooting hopefully soon as well. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. Just getting more and more great music out. So I think let's hop back over to the UK. I think we've got Luke James Williams. And then after that, we're back in South Africa. But let's get Luke up on screen. Luke.
Good evening.
Hey.
Look, good evening.
Good evening. How's it going?
Splendid. Splendid.
Good,
Indeed.
you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks.
Excellently. I think inadvertently we've ended up in Cambridge again, have we? Are you in Cambridge?
Cambridgeshire, yeah, just outside Cambridge.
There you go. See, it's not intentional, but it just happened that way. We just
Yeah, because you had Fred's house on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, there's this kind of whole network of amazing musicians around here. You probably know some of those guys, do you?
Yeah. I don't actually know. I actually played an online stream for the folk club with Fred's house a little while ago. I don't know if I've met them in person, but yeah. There's a really thriving scene sort of in Cambridge and sort of from Cambridge into Hertfordshire, sort of like a really, really great collection of artists. And so even if we have not met each other or necessarily played a gig together, like a lot of us are kind of connected on social media and stuff. So
yes. Yeah, fantastic. Good to see you. It's a little while since we spoke last, I think.
Yeah, I think I think it was just before we were going on the tour I did with Annie, I think, when we came and saw you in the studio.
That's right. You came and did a live session for me for the Big Sound Machine radio show. It was around about September, I think.
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. When you had like I said, a kind of joint headline tour with Annie Dresner, who was on the show with us 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, with her new album. But this is new material from you out now. I mean, I love the last the single from last year. It was amazing. I think we've made it track of the week, I think. And the name has escaped my mind at the moment.
I think was it Still in Bed?
Still in Bed, thank you. I just needed the prompt. Yes, Still in Bed, which was a fantastic single last year. So is this the first of a bunch of new material?
Well, therein lies the tale, really, because I went into the studio with the intention to start a full album, but we only managed to get 2 songs completely finished, mixed and mastered before lockdown. So at the moment, there's actually only 2 recordings which are finished. The first of which I put out on June the 12th, which is a single called This Says. And there's another song as well, which I've not released yet, and I'm waiting to see kind of whether I'll release that one or whether I'll wait and sort of record the rest of the album. But it's been a little bit strange going in with the idea of recording sort of 10, 11 songs and only managing to get 2 finished.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's been a significant sort of 4 months. So I think I'll need to sort of do a bit of reassessing and finishing off some new songs as well, and then just see where we go from there. So
fantastic. So as Julian was doing it earlier on, just for the sake of a little bit of context, and let Julian know and South Africa know and the rest of the world know, tell us a little bit about your history as an artist.
Sure. So I mean, been playing music sort of in bands through my teens and 20s, and I was in a band called the October Game for about 10 years, and we released 3 albums together. And the band kind of came to a bit of a natural conclusion after 3 albums together. We were a 5-piece in the end, and trying to manage kind of 3 guys in their late 20s with all of our sort of different lives going on. It got increasingly difficult to be able to play live and to, I guess, sort of logistically, really. And I think we'd all got to sort of the point where we wanted to do other things.
Yeah.
And so whilst we've never split up, we've never called time on the band. It wasn't sort of a time where we sort of put the band to sleep for a bit. And we're still best of friends. I mean, Nick, who helped mix my first EP and who's produced this, he was my main writing partner and sort of the lead guitarist in the October Game as well. So we're all still really good friends.
And you did a 10th anniversary. Was it a 10th anniversary headline gig last year? You got like you said, the band's never really gone away. You all got together about a year ago, I think it was.
Yeah, so we it was the 10th anniversary of the release of our second album, Wild Blood, and so we've done these sort of one-off gigs. So Hitchin's kind of our hometown really. Where we kind of grew up playing and stuff, and they've been really nice evenings just for us to get us all in a room, because usually when we get together it's either to work on other music or to for sort of social purposes and things like that, but to actually like get us all back in a room playing music together is great, and we've really enjoyed doing them. So so that was the October Game, and massive amount of love like between all of us. But I kind of took a step away from music after the release of our third album with kind of not really any thoughts of what to do next. But then it quickly became apparent that I kind of couldn't stop writing. And then, it just became about really, I did like a very nerve-wracking first kind of ever kind of solo show.
Yeah.
And then, it was just about really kind of assessing how I felt about the songs that I'd written and which ones I wanted to put out first. So at the end of 2018, I put out my first EP, a sort of collection of 6 songs, which is called Drove. Yeah. And that was the first thing I put out, really. Other than a sort of a standalone single before that, that was the first thing I'd put together, especially as a physical release that I could go out and gig and sell copies of and things like that. So, and that was in 2018. And the sort of ensuing sort of 18 months just been phenomenal. Thanks to the likes of yourselves, have had really great support from DJs and different radio stations, and really great sort of opportunities of playing live, and it's been really good fun. And then that kind of brings us up to the present day, where I'm kind of thinking about what to do next, and this is kind of the first bit of the next chapter.
Yeah, and it's just been just as well received as well. I think, like you said, they kind of, I think, is it Radio 6? You played with Tom Robinson, I think, Radio 6 music people.
Yeah,
nice, very nice.
Yeah, I've been really lucky. Tom's been a massive support. He actually was a fan of the October Game as well. But if you know Tom, there's no kind of he judges each thing as, I mean, obviously like he gave us great support as the October Game, but there was like a track in particular, and we'd send him other stuff, and he wouldn't be quite so keen, And I guess not in my wildest dreams could I have imagined the amount of support that he would have given to Still in Bed. But he chose it as like a 6 recommends track of the week in April of last year, and then went on to make it his track of the year so far in July of 2019 last year, which was incredible and had a massive impact in terms of growing my fan base, really. And the kind of floods of sales that came into my Bandcamp page after each time I was played on the station was just phenomenal, and it really showed me the how great radio and kind of new music platforms are for spreading the word about new music. And I mean, I discover so much of my new music that way, and it's just when it happens to you, and you just really realize the power of it.
Yeah, we were just chatting about that earlier, about the fact that, especially in this lockdown period, how much opportunity we've had to discover new music and great new talent. And, that's why I love this show so much. But let's get on to the music, because I think let's let the music talk. Yeah. And here we go. The video for This Says Luke James Williams on Discover TV, New Music Mondays.
Can't take back the words I said to you. They're buried by the weight of too many truths, but not about you. I'm losing count of the times, and I know too well, sorry, starts to grate after a while. It feels as though I'm holding back a landslide, just praying that the cracks don't reach the outside. But at my most fragile, all my fears and doubts, veiled by anger, will all come spilling out. But this says nothing about you, it says everything about me. This says nothing about you, it says everything about me. Me and my ragged mind have been the culprit so many times. I don't want you to have to hold me like a knife, 'cause this says nothing about you, it says everything about me. This says nothing about you, it says everything about me. Well, now the dust has cleared, can we see it for what it really is? Amongst all the debris, all I see is my own face staring back at me from every broken piece. This says nothing about you, it says everything about me. This says nothing about you, it says everything about me. This says nothing about you, it says everything about me. This says nothing about you, it says everything about me.
Kind of got lost in the song.
Catch you out that ending every time. It sounds like it's going
Yeah.
to carry on.
Yeah, I got totally lost. I was like listening away, and then I just got lost. And then all of a sudden I saw, 10 seconds to go. I'm like, oh, buttons. Totally
It's
lost in
lovely.
the song.
It's
Beautiful,
lovely
stunning
stuff.
track. Wow.
Thank you very
What's
much.
the idea for the video? What's behind that? Because it's quite interesting, I think.
So I was thinking, actually, I thought you might ask that while it was going on, and I wanted to remind myself of where it came from. So it has a quite interesting route in that. So that's funny enough, actually, off the back of the plays on Tom Robinson, I was invited by someone that got into my music to play like a private sort of like they put on this like mini festival at their house for their friends every year, is like a big get together, and they have like a couple of like musicians come and play. And I was playing, obviously it was a really family event, and my music is, it's I won't pretend it's not for parties necessarily, but it was amazing playing these songs, and there was some young children there, and they were dancing to the songs, and in particular like that song, when I played that one, the kids were just dancing on this dance floor, and it was incredible, like watching them just with such abandon, like, and it was quite amazing, actually, especially to see everyone's, like, the parents, like, reaction to their kids dancing to this like quite sad song. But it made me kind of think about the visuals, and it kind of about I knew that I wanted something with movement, and so kind of for a while I thought about something with dance, but the song's essentially about kind of losing control. And I thought, kind of, what better juxtaposition than with something like Tai Chi, which is so much about control and poise. And I stumbled across a clip of this gentleman practicing Tai Chi, but it was only about a 15-second clip, I think, and obviously not enough to make a full video. But I managed to find the guy that shot the footage, and he very kindly let me have all of the footage that he shot that day.
Oh, amazing.
So that's amazing.
So then it was, so I was really chuffed. I mean, that he's, he liked the song, and he was like, yeah, I'll just give you all the footage and you can do what you want with it. So it was like, wow. And then really it was a case of, I've got a very talented friend who's a photographer and filmmaker, and he basically cut the footage to the song. So that's where it came about. And yeah, I'm really pleased with how it came out. And lots of people have said that they think it works really well with the song. And
Really does. Brilliant stuff.
Oh,
Thank
love
you.
it. Absolutely love it. Thank you
Thanks,
so much for
Julian.
joining us, Luke.
Oh,
Love
it's
it. Definitely going to be
my
listening to that
pleasure.
again.
Yeah, I hope
Thank
we
you
can
very
get
much.
back in,
Thanks to
back
both
in
of
the
you.
studio soon as well, so we can hear.
Yeah,
some
would
more-
love to.
hear some more from you.
Yeah, would absolutely love to.
Awesome.
Well, thanks to you both very much.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Luke. Good to see you. We've posted the video, guys, so please go and click on the video, watch it again. It'll be added to all our social media and our YouTube and Spotify playlists as well. Thanks,
Nice
Luke.
one. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Cheers, man.
Take
Bye.
care,
Bye.
Luke. I'll send you a link to some October game stuff as well, Julian. I think
Yes,
you'll-
please.
I
I'd really
think
like
you'll-
to hear
I
that.
think you'll like that band. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a feeling as well. We've got 3 artists left to go. They're all waiting in the back, so the guys are all being very, very patient. So I think what we're going to do, because I've kind of got the strategy to this finale here. So we're gonna give it a bit of rock and roll right now. Then we're gonna end off with 2 of the finest young voices I have heard in a long, long time. And I have to say this because I heard Cameron for the very first. It was the very first show we did, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah. I think it was the first.
I think it was. Blew me away. And then the young man that'll be after Cameron is Luiso, who, in my opinion, is probably the finest vocal in South Africa, bar none. And I think I've played you a clip of him before, and
Yeah,
he is easily my favorite vocalist in the country. And if he's not a global superstar in the next 12 months, I'm going to just give up music. And I'm going to say that right now on air.
Okay.
If Luiso is not a global superstar in the next 12 months, I'm going to take up knitting.
I think we've lost your microphone a little bit, Julian. I think you've clipped
Am I
something somewhere.
back?
There you go.
Did I clip something? These cables.
There you go.
Cables.
Now you're
All
back. Now
right.
you're back.
Now I'm back. Okay, let's see if we can get Justin on, and then we'll come back with Cameron and Luiso after that. So I want to kind of, because I just think they're going to, and I'd like Cameron to meet Luiso because
Yeah. Good plan.
I have a plan. Luiso, stick around there. Cameron, stick around. You guys need to meet. We're going to get Justin on screen. Justin. Good afternoon, young
Hey.
man. Evening.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good evening.
How are you? Yeah, I'm good, and you, Julian?
The Amblers. Now, the Amblers were one of the very first bands we ever shot on Discover TV South Africa.
Wow.
Yep. I think you were the first. You actually
Yeah, I
were the
remember.
first. Yeah. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, you were the first.
Right.
We did it up in Pretoria
Sure.
there. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the very first shoot we ever did in Pretoria with the Amblers. Great video. Loved that track. And you're back.
Back, baby.
Yes, sir.
Back,
Thanks for having
baby.
me here.
I was so excited when Warren sent me the track. I was like, oh, yes, because let me give a bit of context. And I think I might have shared this one with you, Martin. I'm not quite sure. But you know the venue where we do our Tales from the Lounge?
Yep.
Smoking Kills. The last Amblers video was shot at Smoking Kills.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we intertwined.
It's a small world.
Intertwined. It is. So, right. Brand new single, 16 100-year-olds.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to leave that there. You explain that.
Yeah, so it is a bit of a unique song title, but if you listen to the track, obviously it's kind of like a love song, which a lot of music is. But you know, in the phrase of the title track, there are 2 opposing views. The one is 100 16-year-olds, the other is 16 100-year-olds. And obviously from a romantic kind of standpoint within the context of the song is got to do with the power of 100 16-year-olds. So youth and energy and power, but along with it, recklessness, immaturity. And then the opposite of that would be 16, the wisdom and the experience and the time of 16 100-year-olds. So it kind of has to do with the fact that 100 16-year-olds wouldn't be able to separate them, and neither would the wisdom of 16 100-year-olds be able to separate them. So it is
deep.
a bit of unique take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's really deep.
Sure.
Kind of I think now that I've heard the song, now that I put that into context, it makes sense.
Sure. It you figure it out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's see if everybody
Yeah.
else can figure it out. I think let's
Sure.
play this because this is good old-fashioned rock and roll, and that's what we love to hear. So, guys, this is the Amblers with 16 or 100, 16-year-olds, whichever way you want to put it. 16 100-year-olds, the Amblers here on Discover TV, New Music Mondays. Sixteen 100-year-olds on Discover TV. Love it. Good old-fashioned rock and roll.
Amazing.
That'll get your hair going.
Thanks.
Love it, man. Love it. Album, what's happening?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we've had with the lockdown, we've had a lot of opportunity to just, start putting more and more material together. We've got so much time to do it. So we'll probably release another single or two from the album, and then before the end of the year is release the whole body of work that we've been working on since the last album. So yeah, I mean, we're obviously trying to make use of the unspoken opportunities that the lockdown has provided, which is a lack of an ability to travel and a lot of time to write and be creative, which you wouldn't normally have touring and going from one place to the other. So, we're just trying to make the best of it.
Cool. Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Justin, for hanging with us.
Yeah.
It's a great sound. Love it.
We've
Great.
shared the video.
Julian.
Love it.
Pleasure to meet you, Martin. Thank you so much, guys.
Good seeing you,
Take care,
man.
boys. Good luck.
Keep well.
Cool. Cheers. Ciao. Bye.
Cheers. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Cool.
That's a
Nice
great
one.
sound.
That's
It's a great sound, isn't it? It's like that kind
oh,
of,
I love it.
real
It's
sound.
like that
Right.
Jack White, White grunge,
White, Royal Blood.
Queens of the Stone Age, Royal Blood. Yeah,
like
I love that. Actually, I was lucky enough to see Queens of the Stone Age 2018 at O2 Arena. Really, really, really enjoyed that show. Absolutely enjoyed that show. Rightio. Okay, so I'm going to bring both these guys on at the same time. going to be a bit different. But I just really, I think it's just, I want everybody just to, I've got plans here. So let's do this.
Connect
We're
the
already
world.
running let's connect the world. So I'm going to connect the world right now. And I'm connecting the world. But this has worked out quite good on the screen. So below
has
me
worked
is
quite
South
well.
Africa. Below Martin is the UK. Cameron, Luiso, welcome, guys.
Good evening, fellas.
You're right.
Can
how you
everybody
doing?
hear me?
Yes, you're good.
Luiso, I can't hear you. Go out, come back in.
Muted microphone. Muted microphone? I don't know.
No, his mic's not muted.
I'm very excited to hear this man's voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, Luiso,
Very good.
go out and come back. And go out of the studio and come back into the studio. We'll get him.
We'll get it.
Okay, there we go. All right. And in the meantime, Cameron, I've waited so long because I was lucky enough to hear one of your tracks for the very first time on the very first Music Mondays that we ever had. And I think we're now on episode, God alone knows, 8, 9. And I've heard a couple of other tracks that you've worked on. And I'd like to put it as producer extraordinaire, creator.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever you want to call me. I'm just a thing with a really awful trim right now. That's all I am.
But we all have the perfect excuse for looking not at our best at the moment.
Hey,
I
very
have
true.
less of an excuse, but I think we've got all that going on.
Thank you for having me on this, though. Just very
It's
quickly.
a pleasure. As Julian's been saying, since we played the first track, which was from your, effectively from your pandemic EP, which was kind of an off the cuff, I'm just going to do this fairly quick thing. We played the first track that we played on, I think, the first show from that EP. And ever since then, I think virtually every week, Julian has said to me, when are we getting Cameron on?
And then you collabed on it. You produced another track. Who was it again? Martin?
So that was, then we played the track that you produced for Ellie Jane.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Big up, Ellie Jane. Big up, Ellie Jane.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
although we didn't get Ellie on, she was one of the few artists that she never got back to us. So we played the track, but we never actually chatted to her. She's one of the few that we've not actually had.
Oh, that's a shame. I'll have to message her and be like, oi.
Yeah.
Oi.
What were you thinking?
Oi.
What are you doing?
So
I think
while we're still waiting for Luiso, sorry, Martin.
I said laterally, I think she was moving house. That might be why she was probably distracted by a lot of other stuff going on at the time. Anyway.
Yeah.
Prolific producer and songwriter, Cameron. I said Ellie Jane. You also worked with another artist that I know quite well, Chris Sims.
Yes.
Who has managed to get a haircut today.
Yes, he did. I'm disappointed, to be honest. Prefer the longer hair, but maybe I'm biased.
But we'll get him on eventually as well. But the main reason that we've got you on now is because you're, as I said, just very. We're big fans, basically. That's the main reason.
Hang on. I'm going to see if we can get Luiso back. Is he back? Quickly.
Might be back.
There we go. We got him again. We got him again.
So welcome back.
Wait.
There we got. We got.
Are we good? Are we good?
Good.
Yes,
Okay,
we're good. Good.
So
Cool.
yeah. So Cameron, tell us a little bit about what you've been. I mean, it's not a long career, is it? But you seem to have produced an awful lot of time in a short amount of time. Where's it all coming from?
It's coming from underneath these hair flaps. But I just kind of do it. I just kind of do it all myself. I'm obsessed. I cannot stop. My mum gets annoyed at me because she can't shut me up, and I just keep going. It's relentless. I'm literally, when I get off this call, I'm like going to make more stuff, and it's an addiction, to be fair. That's why there's so much of it, and it's definitely a coping mechanism as well. Like it definitely keeps me sane. Like without it, feel very not good. So I guess that's what an addiction is.
I guess so.
Well, Cameron, I'd like you to meet Luiso, who's on your right-hand side, left-hand side. I don't know which way these things work. But anyway, Luiso is an incredibly talented young singer, songwriter in South Africa. And in my opinion, probably the finest voice we have in this country. And is destined... Luiso, we're not going to go through this again. I've told you this a million times. But when I first heard what Cameron was doing, and I kind of was tonight just worked out this way, and I always believe things happen for a reason in life, and there's karma for whatever what word you want to use, but things intertwine, and kind of tonight felt like one of those intertwining moments, because I can see that voice, that production, those combining in some kind of way, and a beautiful thing happening. And I'm just going to leave that there for now. I'm going to introduce you guys to each other afterwards anyway. But I wanted to just like kind of give you guys an opportunity. Luis, so maybe just quick bit of background to everybody that doesn't know you in terms of yourself as an artist.
Well, I'm South African. Yeah. I'm in a soul, R&B kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of like everything in music. Like everything that you feel is in music, then I'm that. Because I mean, I've got a lot of songs. I've got hip hop songs. I've got pop songs. I've got R&B songs. I've got house songs. So like I'm just such a versatile musician. And well, I started out in 2015 when I was on South African Idols. I came 5th. And that's kind of like when everything kind of like started for me. And then I moved up in Joburg. Joburg is like the capital city in South Africa where your dreams come true. They call it like, it's like the New York of America.
Nah.
So I moved up here and yeah, man, I'm just busy just doing music, and I'm just a soul singer. I'm ready to just take the world, you know. I've always had a message, and I do have a message to spread. I'm that kind of artist that every song I do, it's kind of like to tuck the emotions, and it's worked for me. It's worked for me, and kind of with my voice and with my lyrics, it works together. So my vision, my talent, my work speaks for itself.
Like it.
Yeah.
It's a great way to describe it. Okay, so let's get down to some music. So I thought the way we would start it off, because obviously we've been doing this whole South Africa, UK. We're going to start off with your track first, Cameron. I would love to know what you think of it as well afterwards, Luiso. So we're going to kick it off with... Yeah, so am I.
I was thinking I'd hear yours first, to be honest. And then I was like me. I was like, oh.
We're going to hear them both.
Cool, good.
So the new track, Cameron. This. I think I remember it said this has been kind of well. Tell us the inspiration behind this, because I think there's a little story behind it as well.
Yeah.
In terms of where the inspiration came for you and why you came to kind of decide to do it as the next single.
Yeah, well, basically the song is called "Please Listen Close," and I woke up Valentine's Day and I was like, I'm feeling lovey-dovey, but I ain't got anyone to give it to, so I was like, I guess I'm just gonna give it to my microphone, which is what I always do. I have videos with people actually, until I get too intimate with the microphone. But yeah, so I decided that I'd write something like that. I recently watched Sex Education on Netflix, and so it was kind of very.
I love that show. I love
so
that. So
good, right? So good. So I basically was inspired by Maeve and why I forgot his name.
Otis.
Thank you. Yeah. So so maybe Otis was like a big thing for that, and it pretty much was just inspired by that whole thing, like prom, etc., and that's how it was born. I put it up on Instagram. People were like, "Yo, release it." So I was like, "Oh, I guess it's good then." So I put it out, and that's how it happened. So yeah.
I'm excited.
And let's check it out. Here we go, guys. Please listen close. Cameron Sanderson.
She's a queen, she's a mix between Margot Robbie and Teenage Dream. No, it's not like the movies, I don't have answers. She's a mess, she's the kind of person that I'll struggle to forget. As we drive all alone, I push play on our song. Please listen close for a little while. I'll give you all the answers, and you can roll your eyes and give me that smile. While you lean on my shoulder, we're close to the bar that we used to dive. Sleep all day in the party all night. So please listen close for a little while, 'cause I feel us getting closer. from where we are. She's alive, she's a mess. She's the kind of person I'll struggle to forget. So we drive to the coast while we listen to that song. Please, the circles for a little while. I'll give you all the answers, and you can roll your eyes and give me that smile. While you lean on my shoulder, we're close to the bar that we used to dive, sleep all day and then party all night. So please, the sun goes for a little while, 'cause I feel it's getting closer. Please, the sun glows for a little while. I'll give you all the answers, and you can roll your eyes and give me that smile. While you lean on my shoulder, we're close to the bar that we used to dive, sleep all day and then party.
Please listen close. Cameron Sanderson.
There it is.
And there it is.
There we go.
Jeez, man.
Stunning, Cameron. I just have to say, beautiful track, stunning, and every single time I hear you, it gets better and better. Gets better and better.
You. I really do appreciate that. It does mean a lot, honestly.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
And yeah, there's a
Wow.
you've developed a big connection with your sort of following, social media following as well, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's not. It's very much a two-way thing. It's not a one-way thing. I think.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's one of those things now where I kind of just I connect with them. So I think the music I'm trying to make it as almost tailored to them as possible, because we've become in a way I feel like we've just become one now. Like they love anime, and I talk to them about anime all the time, and then they love like they're feeling this specific mood, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let's make a soundtrack for you, essentially. And so that's what I'm doing now. Nice.
Yeah. It's a fantastic thing. Love it, and fantastic.
Absolutely love it.
And a great collaborator as well. So that's another thing I just want to say as well. That is something you've done a lot of as well. Is just kind of connect with other artists and work.
That's the funnest part. That's the best part.
And that's why I'm so excited. You can see I'm like a child.
For sure. I'm excited to hear your tune now. Let's go.
Okay, so alrighty. So quick bit of Luiso, this maybe just want to give us some context to the song, because this song has an incredible has gone viral in South Africa, and I think it's just because of the message in the song as well. It's every time I hear this I nearly burst into tears, because we have a major problem in South Africa, and Luiso has touched this in such a deep spiritual way for so many people that literally I have seen people crying on Instagram when you play this. So maybe just quickly give us a bit of context to the track as well, Luiso.
So, yeah, man, we're going through so much and as a country, and one of the biggest thing in South Africa right now is femicide. A lot of women are getting killed. A lot of women are getting raped. A lot of children are getting raped and killed. So it is such a big thing, and I felt in my heart that, as I said in the beginning, I'm a person that, as I always have a message, and I always want to change things. I want to change the world. That's my biggest motto. I want to change the world. I want to change people's minds. I want to change people's perspectives. And this song, I released it in the most. I wanted it to be as African as possible, so it can reach the majority of people in South Africa. I wanted it to touch African men's hearts, as well as everyone. I wanted it to touch everyone, and this particular song is very personal to me, and I really, really hope that a lot of men in South Africa and the world will receive this message, and will definitely understand that a woman's life is not an object. It's not something that you should just look at and have lust over. It is a person's life and it is a human's life. So it is such a real thing in South Africa at the moment. And yeah, man, yeah, I just wrote it and I felt like I should connect with people.
And just for me, it's your voice in this has just reached a level that is just absolute. It's beautiful, and I'd really love. I'm so glad you're getting to hear this, Cameron, because I think you'll understand potentially why I'm so excited about this moment as well. But also, it's just the song has gone viral. Just to give you guys an idea, the song's been out just over a week and a half. It's already had over 300,000 views on YouTube in South Africa, and I think 500,000 on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about nearly 1 million views of the song already in a week and a half because it's touched so many people's hearts. So I just want to let the music talk. I want to let the song talk, and then we can chat about it afterwards, guys. But this is Luiso. Let's do this.
City Emma tota sabelani Emma tota sabelani Abafazi bayalila Ayolekos City Lekos Iolekos Emma tota mamelani Emma tota mamelani Sabelani, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota nadani, Iolegos, Emma tota mamelani, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota nandani. Oh, Iolekos, City Lekos, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota sabelani. Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota mandani. Oh, Iolengos, how city lengos.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some powerful stuff. That was some seriously powerful stuff. And when you were hitting those mixes, I was just like, oh heavenly, man. Really nice.
Thank you.
Really nice, and such a powerful message, and such a good thing to speak about and reach out to people about. So just big ups, man. Big ups. I really respect it. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, people are crying their eyes out. Song is so powerful. The responses to both your tracks has just been everybody's going, wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. Yeah, it's just, and I think, and I think that's what music's about. And I think listening to both songs as well, they're very different in very many ways, but they just make you love music. And I think that for me is what tonight's, again, why I was so excited about this. When Martin said to me, Cameron's on the show, and I was like Luis is on the show. Hang on. It's just great to hear great musicians like both of yourselves. And I think that's what I'm really excited about, guys. It's really cool. I think Luis is frozen.
Oh, no.
Maybe.
Can he
Luis,
speak?
Can you?
no, okay. I'm gonna kick him out, and hopefully he'll come back in.
But
Let me.
it's
We'll get him out.
amazing that it's.
Are you there? Are you there?
Come back. Still there.
Look.
Still there.
Okay, Luis, go out and come back in.
There's nothing worse than seeing someone wig on Zoom or Skype or.
Okay,
Weird,
yeah, cool.
You don't know what's
Well,
going on. But
we'll bring him back.
Both of you, I think, not just. I mean, there's obviously that kind of writing music, creating music as it's a form of entertainment, isn't it, as well? But I think that both of you, not and without any sort of real overt thing, but both saying, well, we can use this as a message, or just as a way of communicating, like bringing people together.
Just music speaks to people like nothing else can. It's it's like it is a whole other language. Like quite literally with his gorgeous track. I being ignorant didn't understand a word of it, but it spoke to me.
And
that's it's higher than any language, in my opinion, and it's just that's what's beautiful about it, and it makes you feel emotions that, to be honest, a lot of the time you wouldn't think you'd ever feel. Like, to be honest, going to a live show, for example, that we're all missing crazy right now, there is no feeling, there is no energy like it. It's just it's unrivaled,
I'm just telling him to come back in.
I know I get like knocked back for this a lot, but I keep saying to people, it's because as an art form, it's the only one that you physically feel.
Yeah. No.
It literally moves you.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. It does.
Just for a second, Cameron. He actually has just been now is our biggest watched Discover TV South Africa track, and I just want to give you an example of him in English while we wait for him to come back, because I think it's important.
The words you say, they cut me up in pieces. You press on all the wounds that made me heal. You make me cry to feed your insecurities. But I love you, cannot leave you, my love. You were the one to comfort me when I was breaking down. But times have changed and so has your heart. And now I'm losing patience. I need you to come around. 'Cause I love you, cannot leave you, my love. Take me back to when we used to love and hold each other every day.
Just a little bit of a taste of Luiso on Discover TV. By the way, Luiso, that is now our most watched video on Discover TV South Africa, which I'm really excited about. It's just gone crazy. Yeah, gone crazy. Sorry, we're waiting for you, so I just wanted to give Cameron an idea of you singing in English as well, because I thought it's just good to do that. Yeah. But yeah, guys, so yeah, Cameron meet Luiso. Luiso meet Cameron.
Hey, Cameron not gonna speak. Like, I'm tapping my gears already in my head.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, it's a pleasure to meet you for real. It's really nice that we connected. Thank you, you guys for having us.
Thank you. I mean, that's why I love music. This is why we love this show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is. It's like why do this? When we first talked about it, it's like, well, we want it. We maybe we've got a platform where we can let more people hear the music, which is what we want to share and get that out. And we thought the fact that it's South Africa, UK, that's a start. Discover TV is a global platform. We want to hear from you no matter where you are.
It's
in the world, and
huge.
we can play.
Discover TV is huge.
Yeah, so we want to hear artists as well from over the world. But I'm a big believer in connecting community as well. Like we've already spoken about, music brings people together, and this is just proof positive of that. That no matter where we're from in the world or no matter what we experience, we can really get together and communicate with each other through music.
There's nothing else. Nothing else speaks to each other than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's commenting, loving this potential collaboration that's happening right now, says Mandy. Ravi, wow. Ravi's having a jaw tonight. I think Ravi's going to become one of our we're going to have him on more and more.
Love Ravi.
But guys, yeah, absolutely love it. Ravi said he highly recommends a song called Get Well by Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's
his favorite.
Have I not heard that one? Is that Get Well?
Dude,
it's a fantastic track.
I've literally got Cameron everywhere right now. I've got him on YouTube. I'm stalking him on Instagram. I'm gonna follow him on Instagram.
Do it, man. I'll find you.
You've got nowhere to go, boy. I'm gonna find you.
Do it. I would have done the same, but ADHD probably wouldn't make me able to concentrate on.
But I tell you what.
I just sent you a link, Julian, to Get Well.
We're actually going to play out with it tonight. Then I think that's going to be a great way to end the show because I have found it. I've got the YouTube video, so I think tonight we're going to play out with Get Well. If you don't mind, Cameron, if that's okay with you.
That's great. No, yeah, for sure. It's definitely got more of a strong message. It's more of like a serious song, that one, for sure. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to play out with that one. And guys, thank you so much. This is New Music. Oh, guys, just as Martin was mentioning earlier as well, please catch Martin's radio show. Martin, give us a plug.
Big Sound Machine every Thursday. I think we're going to be 7 p.m. We'll move it till later because we're out of lockdown now, so people are at work and stuff. So 7 p.m. in the evening in the UK. That'll be 8 o'clock South Africa time. Live stream music show, proper radio, play everything. Just join me. Come and have a conversation with me because I'll get lonely.
Yep. We'll share it on Discover TV, guys. So please come and check it out. It's on Mixcloud. So, yeah, really excited for that show. Obviously, tomorrow night, we've got Pops Muhammad alongside Cindy Alter for Where Are They Now? We've got Wandile's back next week. We've got Carrie Ann this week. So, yeah, stick around. We've got loads of great shows coming up on Discover TV, and this has been another one of those. I've had an absolute chawl, as always. I love the show. It's my favorite part of a Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
Definitely.
And yeah, guys, I will hook up. Maybe Martin, if I can get Cameron's email. Luis, or we'll just hook up a mail and just introduce everybody. And, who knows? Who knows what tomorrow brings up? But, guys, we're going to play out with Cameron Sanderson. Get well. This has been Discover TV New Music Mondays. Remember to submit your music on discover.tv. I know we've got some great artists already that I've been contacted by for next week, so really excited about that. Now, every Monday, 7 p.m. SA time, 6 p.m. UK time. It's our favorite day of the week. New Music Mondays here on Discover TV.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Let's do this. Let's play out with Cameron Sanderson. Get well. Thanks, guys, for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you.
See you guys.
Cheers, man. We're out here.
Put my life through a filter, my reflection's prettier than me. Living my life through a camera, honey, these likes don't come for free. Do I even know who I really am? I only show you what I want you to see. Cause on the surface I look perfect, no, you don't know what's inside of me. Cause I've been trying to find purpose, and I know that it really ain't working. And I'm just being so hard on myself. I just really need to get well. Could you give me some direction? All I need to follow and imagine Why you gotta be hard on yourself? You just really need to get well. I'm sick of the scrolling, I still follow my ex, just clicking through their profile to see where they have slept. I'm not a bad person, but I hope they like so less. If life is so beautiful, then why am I so depressed? You're stuck in the same dizzy corners, in the same dizzy trains, with the same dizzy people in the same dizzy way. All you need is some help, but you can't look away. You're gonna end up in a really bad way. I've been trying to find purpose, but I know that it really ain't working. I'm just being so hard on myself. I just really need to go on. Could you give me some direction? All I need to follow in a motion. Why you gotta be hard on yourself? You just really need to get well.
Reality isn't as sweet as the pixels painted across my screen. I must be doing something wrong. Used to march to the beat of my own drum, but somewhere deep inside I know I'm more than what an algorithm shows. I'm so much more. I'm so much more.
'Cause I've been trying to find purpose, and I know that it really ain't working. I'm just being so hard on myself. I just really need to get well. Could you give me some direction? All I need to follow in a mansion. Why you gotta be hard on yourself? You just really need to get well.